African family, welcome back to the African Wahala. In this video, we have some representatives of the King of Ife. Ife is a town in the Yoruba region, West Africa. They came out to the market and they decided to warn associations of traders not to increase the prices of their foodstuff, especially peppers and tomatoes, beyond a certain amount, because any association that defiles that law will be banished from the land of Ile Ife. And I'm going to try as much as possible to translate what these guys are saying.
Ní orúkọ kábíyèsí ọba Adéyẹyẹ nìtàn Ògúnwùsì Ọ̀jájá ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì àti gbogbo àwọn ìjòyè mẹ́rìndínlógún tó ń bá Olúfẹ̀ gbìmọ̀ràn.
He basically said, I'm a representative of the King of Ife, and I'm here with some other high-ranked representatives to deliver a message to the people.
Wọ́n ní kí àwọn bàbá lọ́jà àti ìyá lọ́jà kí wọ́n lọ jẹ́ iṣẹ́ ìfún gbogbo ọjà ní ilẹ̀ Ifẹ̀ àti ibi tí Ifẹ̀ dé dúró, wípé láti òní lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìpàdé tí ibi tá ti kúrò nísìn nínú pálásì, wọ́n ní àwọn ò fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ kan, bóyá ẹgbẹ́ onírẹ̀sì, ẹgbẹ́ aláta, elépo títí débi tó ń kó lè kéré mọ́, pé àwọn fọwọ́ fagilé láti òní lọ.
So he's saying that anywhere that the kingdom of Ife extends to, that they are warning the Association of Traders not to engage in price gouging, in increasing their prices. I'm not even going to call it price gouging, because a lot of these people are simply increasing the price as a result of the economic factors in their community. But let's keep watching.
Wọ́n ní ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá tún wá tún gbéra tó bá wá sọ pé òun gbé ẹgbẹ́ kan dìde pé ara àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ yẹn pé bí ẹnìkan ń tajà bóyá ó fẹ́ ta ọjà tí yóò wù lóye tó fẹ́ tà á tán wá mú gbogbo tí ìlú Ilé Ifẹ̀ bá ti ṣe sí kó fara mọ́. Lẹ́yìn náà wípé ó dé èèwọ̀ láti òní lọ pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ata ti wọ́n sẹ́yìn tó ti wá sílẹ̀, wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ lé ata 500 naira mọ́. Múrí márùn-ún àti àpò kan, ẹni tó bá wá fẹ́ rà ó lè kó papọ̀, àyàfẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ ra pẹ̀rẹ̀.
He's basically saying that the price of pepper should not exceed 500 naira in a basket, and in a small container it shouldn't exceed 100 naira. Those are their set prices from the palace, and anybody that goes against those set prices should, in his own words, should bear the consequences, be ready to bear the consequences of the kingdom of Ife. Now, the people are celebrating. They are happy, cheering. It's quite an unfortunate situation we found ourselves as a people stuck in Nigeria. I'm just going to be honest. These people are happy that the prices of their foodstuff will be more affordable. And for this reason, they will view the king and his palace like they care about them. But what about the market people, the traders? The reason why people's foodstuff, the prices of foodstuff has gone up is because of the economic factors that I mentioned earlier. Demand, supply, price of logistics, but most importantly, the availability of foodstuffs in the farms. You know, in Nigeria as a whole, not just in the southwestern region, there has been an attack on farmlands for about 12 years by the fulani herdsmen. They are supposed to be herders roaming around with cattle, but these days they roll around with machine guns. That's what has been going on. And the Nigerian government turned a blind eye. And for that reason, over time, the supply of foodstuff from the farmlands to the market slowly diminished up to this point that we are in the middle of 2024, and there is scarcity of foodstuff in the market as a result of the insecurity in the farmlands. The palace, the king, and its representatives never came out for once to condemn the attack by the Fulani terrorists on the farmers. Never did they do that. Now that shit has hit the fan, they are coming out and pretending like they don't know what the root cause is. Also, the traders, the people responsible for buying these products from wholesalers and selling in the markets, if a trader buys a basket of pepper for 200 naira, or let's say 500 naira, and the palace decided to set the price at 200, it means that trader is going to lose. And if the trader decides to sell that product at a price higher than what the palace set, he risks being banished from Ife. Now, this is an absolutely contradictory statement. The Nigerian constitution, let's remember that Ile Ife is a part of Nigeria. And the Nigerian constitution, even though it's completely useless, we all agree that the Nigerian constitution is straight up evil, straight up created to destroy Nigerian people. The constitution, although, allows Nigerians to live and work in any part of the country. And the constitution gives more powers to the politicians, not to the traditional institutions. So when this king talks about he's going to punish anybody that does business in a profitable fashion, they are going to get banished and punished. Is that not going against the fake Nigerian constitution? The bottom line is that the traditional institutions, very corrupt, just so you know, they work hand in hand with the political institutions to keep the people subservient, to keep the people poor. That's all they do. Okay, if this palace, if this king genuinely wanted to alleviate the suffering of the people, then you have to consider the marketers, the people that are involved in the business. You have to have some sort of a supply of maybe 200 trailer loads of pepper and tomatoes for the suppliers to buy at a reduced price so that their selling price will not be beyond what the palace has decided. That would have made a little bit of sense. But these clowns in the traditional institution, they came out with a law, with a decree, a command. I command you to sell that pepper that you bought for 500 naira, sell it for 200 naira. And if you don't sell it for 200 naira, we are going to banish you from this kingdom, even though it's against the Nigerian constitution. Do you see how confused this country is? Do you see how confused we are as a country? The political institutions control the traditional institutions. They literally pay their salaries. So the traditional institutions are obligated to play ball. What they do is they rally people within their constituents under their kingship, their fake kingdoms that have been completely destroyed by the Europeans when they invaded Africa and created fake countries for us to continue fighting ourselves in perpetually. So these people in their kingdoms are told, make sure you vote for this political party. Make sure you vote for APC. Make sure you vote for PDP. That's what the traditional rulers tell the people. Then the politicians pay millions and millions of naira to the traditional institutions. Is that not a conflict of interest against the people? But somehow the people are still cheering for these traditional institutions because in their minds, in their indoctrinated minds, they believe that, oh, we have to preserve our culture and tradition. We have to make sure we continue worshiping these kings. Even though these kings are opulent, they live in opulence. They collect millions of dollars from the corrupt politicians that have destroyed our lives. But we are still obligated to worship these kings and to listen to them. It's trash. We have to come to a point where all our enemies, whether it's our own culture or tradition, whether it's our politicians, whether it's the Western imperialists or the Chinese imperialists, we have to come to a point where we have to sever ties, cut off relationship with all these entities. Now, in all fairness, majority of the people are highly uneducated, not just in, I'm talking about schools, institutions, chemistry, physics. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their civic duties and responsibilities, their citizenship. If you are truly a citizen of a country, then you should understand how the levels of government work on you. But most of the people don't even know how that works. So today, they are worshiping wicked traditional rulers. Tomorrow, they are worshiping evil politicians. And the day after that, they're worshiping fake pastors and fake imams. So the people are completely confused and lost. And that's one of the reasons why we remain in perpetual poverty.